faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. I'm going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
Reality set in, no longer a babe in this truth, I'm his minister. This work that I put in, these hours I spend ain't enough, I'm his prisoner. Raised from the blood of the men that they sin, but found grace in the one that can pull us out. A true prophet never backs down. I lose it all and come back down. Red with the best, I won't settle for minuscule. Lord showed us more than this physical. Least went to life, so we fight what I might, and this mission is clear, more than literal. Seen a lot of men break from what I've been through. He ain't ready to die, he ain't in his truth. All gas, no brakes, what the rent do? I ain't missing no blitz like you weak Jews. Never needed you. Come from a cloth that was knit in this war. Lord, keep your hand on my sword. Shield me from evil while I deal with Edom. Lay hands on my enemies, pour their reward. Lift up your prophets through you, we not stopping. Your watchmen were blind, but we not anymore. Lacy your grace, we contend for this faith. We acknowledge our faith, we was born for this war.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. I'm going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
All in, poker face, no bluff.
Finna lock down the streets, no cut.
God woke up.
Divorce from the lies, get your doctor
Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor. With some lions, you done in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your stand, don't even try me on the mission. Telling Israel to repent before your time is up. Every city on the corner in your hood is where you finding us. Casting out imaginations, Christians might not like it, but we raising up an army exceedingly, we are rising up. We all about the mission, we living until the kingdom come. Destroyed for lack of knowledge, so that's what we here to give it up. Blessed for the people, cause although we have no equal, we out here living so evil and comfortable living feeble. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try.
You did with some lions. With some lions. Shalom, y'all. We back. All praise to the Most High. Y'all have tuned into the Den with the Lions. Lions Den Radio. You know what time it is. It's 7:23 on Sunday. So where else do you gotta be besides on the Lions Den Radio Show?
That's right.
So, I'm Captain OC. To my right,
Captain Kim UL.
to my far left,
Officer Abner.
to his right,
Officer Lahad.
to my far right,
Officer Dane.
to his left,
Soldier Eleazar.
to his left.
Officer Haziel.
So that's gonna be your crew today, y'all. We finna get it in. We got a full staff and we got a lot of stuff going on.
Hey, we do got a full staff today.
We got a full staff today.
House.
All praises to the Most High God. Do me a favor, y'all. Give a shout out to the Bishop class yesterday. All praises to the Most High.
Gonna be occupied. And them prophecies.
Hey, Bishop on another level, y'all.
Yeah.
Bishop on another level. All praise to the Most High. Listen, I never knew the Ottoman Turks was Esau. I never knew that.
Hey, listen,
Never knew that.
I used to leave that alone, like Ottoman Turks. All right, cool. I don't know. So Bishop brought that out. That was heavy. Every week is something. Every week, and I've been listening and watching for over a decade. And you still learn something new every time. That's a beautiful thing, man. All praise to the Most High. And guess what, y'all? The best part about it, next Sabbath it's gonna be better.
Right.
And guess what? The week after that, it's gonna be better.
That's right.
So all praise to the Most High, leadership on another level. Shout out to Patient Saints. Shout out to Deacon Malafire, Raven and Wolves. Shout out to all the radio shows out there, y'all. Shout out to all the radio shows for doing the work, pushing this truth, y'all. We making these prophecies come out so they can come to pass. We got to bring the prophecy out to the people. Give me Revelation, what it is, 19 and 10, the spirit of prophecy. Give me that real quick, because a lot of y'all don't understand. When we speak on this Bible, we are prophesying. We are prophesying. Read that.
The book of Revelations, chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant.
I am what?
I am thy fellow servant.
Read.
And of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. Worship God. For the testimony of Jesus.
For the testimony of Jesus, read.
Is the spirit of prophecy.
The testimony of Jesus Christ is the spirit of prophecy. And guess what? His spirit is in this book. Christ is written in the volume of the book.
That's right.
So understand, we bringing out prophecy each and every week, all times of the day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times a day. Cat be up 5 o'clock in the morning some days. Then he on the mid mornings. Then he on the midnight shift. You ain't been on in a minute on the biblical smoke. But we gonna exhort him to good works. All praise to the Most High. So before we get into the show, y'all, how was your week, Officer Abner?
My week is great, Cap. As you know, I've been excited about MOV. Right. Finally started today. I'm really excited about that thing.
All praises. The second semester started up.
Exactly.
A new group. New batch of men. All praises. Bring them in.
Yes, sir.
Lad, how was your week?
My week was good. All praise to the Most High.
No breaks this week?
Say it again.
No breaks? You ain't pitching no breaks?
Nah. But I did get the car situation rectified. So
praises.
It made things happen in your life that make you realize you still nigga. Still in captivity.
No matter how much you got in your bank account.
So, all praises for the trials though, because it humbles you.
Right. All praise to the Most High. Also, Daniel, how was your week?
Hey, my week was pretty good. All praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Had an interaction with an Edomite today.
Oh, man.
But it's funny. But all praises. Another good week. I mean, the weeks is just flying by.
Yeah.
It's like you wake up, Lions Den next week, Lions Den. Bishop class, Lions Den. That's all. It's like, it's going so fast, but all praises.
Yeah. How was your week? Soldier Eliezer.
Yes, sir. Good week. I got into an argument with one of these guys at SunPass. Because yes, because you pay SunPass and then ePass sends you a bill.
Right.
So I pay ePass, but then SunPass. It's confusion, Cap. But we're doing the best we can, man. I'm just trying to make sure I'm up to date.
You got to fight with him in person or while you was driving through?
On the phone, just trying to make sure I pay the bill.
I got you. You didn't want to give up them $15.
Would
you
had
to go do registration for your vehicle? Yeah. Oh, how much you owe? How much you owe?
$125.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's lightweight.
Yeah.
Last year, because y'all know I was driving from Palm Bay, so you got to go through $20 worth of tolls every time.
Yeah.
$1,500 in tolls. Yeah, bro, I was hurt.
You go through 7 tolls just to get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was that hurt. And then if you coming on the Sabbath, you coming on the new moons, it start adding up.
Facts. Yes, sir.
My advice is to make sure you prepay.
Absolutely.
Prepay, because if you don't and you pay that full price,
What he's
saying is you got to prepay like 4 different people.
When you prepay, you get the discount.
You talking about load your money?
You load your money. Prepay. How was your week, Oscar?
Hey, it was a good week. I was about to say, I know what he's talking about. You got 2 different types of toll roads, so even when you prepay for some odd reason, they confuse each other. And then I pay damn near $100 a month, and somehow I get something in the mail. I'm like,
hell no.
How do I owe you? This is impossible.
Yep.
So,
hell no.
Can't wait for them chariots. Need them chariots, man.
Hey, that's because sometimes you think that's police on the side with a radar. Nah, that's somebody with a tow gun.
Damn. How was your week, Cap?
Hey, the week was excellent. Got to travel again, and hey, first time in the ATL in a minute.
Right.
But it was wonderful.
Hey,
Great week.
All praise, y'all. It's 7:30. We're gonna get into it. Let's pull up that Northern Kingdom article of the week. We're going straight to the Northern Kingdom article. Y'all know what it is. 2 minutes with a Hispanic. We finna get it in.
Dos minutos.
Because we love the Northern Kingdom. Reino del Norte.
That's right.
Forever.
Levántate. Despierta.
What he said.
Right. Got the unity going on, man. So all praise to the Most High. We're here. 2 minutes with the Northern Kingdom. You know?
1, 2, 4, 5,
Seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 12 tribus.
Yes.
One God.
Yes.
Y es negro.
Yes.
So get it right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey.
What? All right. So the text says, remember last week, Cap, I mentioned the show me your papers bill.
Right.
So this is going on in Texas. The Texas so-called show me your bill that would allow the detainment, deportation of Mexicans leads to outrage. So we've got representatives from Northern Kingdom that want to participate in politics, unfortunately, because they think that Esau's their friend.
Right.
But here's their wake-up call. All right, let's scroll down. Officer Abner, you can get that from?
You want me to read it?
I got it.
Yeah.
Republicans
You got it on
in
your
the
phone?
Texas House of Representatives pushed through a controversial bill last week that cracked down on illegal immigration in ways that critics warn amount to racial profiling and targeting of the state's Latino community.
So the state's Latino community spoke up and said, hey, we feel like we're being targeted. All right. They feel like it's just it's free time, it's open season on anybody that's brown. Read.
The moves by the GOP to cut off debate over the bill, dubbed the Show Me Your Papers law by its critics.
So what that's going into is that the representatives of Northern Kingdom from Texas went to the government in Texas to have a debate on that bill, to try and argue it back and forth, and they completely cut it off. They made a motion and said, hey, we're not even going to entertain this. We're still going to pass this bill. Go ahead.
Has led to outrage throughout the political sphere, including an angry confrontation on the House floor that has made the rounds on social media.
Yep. You ready?
Last Thursday, House Republicans invoked a little use procedural move to cut short debate and the amendment process of HB4.
Right. So the House leaders, they literally cut it short. They were putting their two representations in, putting their 2 cents in, and they completely cut the argument short. They said, hey, you have no say-so in here. Remember, we're not even citizens coming in here. We're residents. So we have less of a say-so than the average person. Right.
According to NBC News, the bill that will allow local and state law enforcement officers to detain people suspected of having entered the county illegally.
So they just have to suspect that you entered illegally. They don't have no probable cause. They have no proof. All they have to do is suspect that you entered illegally. Read.
And to remove them, essentially by forcibly taking them across the border to Mexico.
Read.
Texas lawmakers have additionally passed legislation to impose strict penalties for human smuggling to construct a border wall. Jennifer Canales Pelez.
And you know what's heavy, real quick, officer? What's heavy is the fact that they want to debate us on human smuggling, but that's exactly how they got us to this side of the world.
Right. Damn. What a bomb, man. What a bomb, man. What a bomb, man.
That's exactly how they got us over here. Keep us oppressed.
Hey, we don't want nobody else smuggling y'all in here.
Right. It's a war on the market.
That's heavy.
Finish it off with, where is it at? Where
Jennifer Canales Pelez.
A racist, right, though.
Yeah.
Of the immigration, the Immigrant Legal Resource Center expressed that fears that may have concerning the border powers that this bill seemingly gives to Texas law enforcement officials, telling NBC that the way that the law is written is just so vague. So essentially, it is just open season on people of color throughout the state of Texas.
In other words, we're being treated unfair. Israel, Northern Kingdom, please wake up. The white man is not your friend. Okay,
Hey, you know that's purposeful.
Stop trying to
too.
appease to him. Yes, sir.
That is vague like that. That is very purposeful.
Correct. Because every single document that they've utilized to come to means with the Native Americans, Northern Kingdom, they've all been in different languages that we didn't understand.
Right.
And very vague in what are those words that they use? There's a word for it. Jargon.
Right.
Jargon that we don't use on a day-to-day
Legal
basis.
jargon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but that's so that Karen can just say, there's a Mexican. What is he doing? He's standing here.
Literally.
We're on our way.
Right. And you'll be gone out of the country by next week. I could get Romans chapter 12.
Bring it out.
Hey, so that means that we should call the ADL then, right?
Right. Because they're equality for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Anti-defamation. What? Defecation League?
Right.
Something like that.
Green black.
Right.
So what?
Romans 12 and verse 2.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
We do that by returning as the children of Israel to the Most High's commandments. The confirmation to this world is thinking that the politics of Texas, Arizona, anywhere in the West, anywhere in the world is going to help fix your oppression. It's the commandments of God that are going to bring us back to who we are as the kings and rulers of this earth. That's all I want to know.
Right. All right. All praises. Northern Kingdom.
Sir.
Northern Kingdom in the building, y'all.
Let loose.
So we finna get right into it, y'all. We got a lot of content. We got World War III coming. But more important than World War III, we got Negroes on the loose. And before, we all know, before Esau come against us, our own people got to come against us.
Right.
So we got to deal with them first. Remember, give me 1 Peter 4:17, I think it is. Because Bishop, we was with Bishop all week. He said, hey, we got to start bringing out prophecy.
Yep.
I said, you know what, Bishop, you right. You right. You 100% right. So we going to bring out the prophecy. Read that.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 17. For the time has come.
Read.
That judgment must begin at the house of God.
Judgment must begin at the house of God. What is the house of God is speaking about? It's speaking about the Israelites. It's speaking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right now, y'all seeing what Gaza judgment is. Y'all seeing what Israel judgment is. Y'all seen our own judgment when? During the transatlantic slave trade. Today, you see what happens to us on a daily basis. But these pastors, these preachers have not been judged yet. But the time is going to come. Read it again.
For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
So what's going to be the end of them that ain't keeping the commandments?
So the commandments ain't done away with. Yeah.
Keep reading.
Verse 18. And if the righteous.
Hold on. If the what?
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Hold on. So you can be a sinner?
Uh-oh.
I thought God loved the sinner. Where they gonna show
nailed sin.
Where they gonna show up? So I just wanna paint the picture so y'all understand why we going over what we going over. But what this brother right here about to illustrate is some great stuff. Press play on this video.
No value.
Really? Halloween? Give a fuck about Halloween? I'm so tired of y'all lost ass Americans. Oh my God, y'all so goddamn lost. Y'all still want to go to football games and basketball games
Bring
and
it out.
hockey, baseball, all that bullshit. Just like the Romans said, give them games and they will be distracted.
Pause. This brother cooking with gas, y'all. He cooking with gas. Hold on, go back to the start. We finna dissect some of this. If you can, anyway. I know you might have to refresh it. Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead.
What am I wearing for Halloween? Really? Halloween? Give a fuck about Halloween?
Pause. So the brother understand you got all this stuff going on in the world today.
Right.
You got Gaza. You got the oppression of black people. You got Israel. Everybody don't forgot about Russia and Ukraine. They war still going on.
Right.
And guess what's going on in America? White folks and dumb black folks is worrying about what Halloween costume they put on.
This is America.
They worried about, hey, are you going to be Batman or are you going to be Robin? Who you going to dress up? You know what? I'm going to be Spider-Man. No. I'm going to be Miles Morales. Meanwhile, you got the World War III is on the brink.
The Negro just need to keep his regular costume on.
Damn, that's a good one. That's a good one. Give me 2 Timothy 2 real quick. What you going to say, lad? Go ahead, bring it out while we get there.
That's just like what the brother said is like what I be thinking.
Right.
When a lot of the times Esau and my coworkers, when they say certain stuff, I just be like, man, I can't say it, but that's what I be thinking.
Right, 100%. Give me 2 Timothy 2 and verse 3.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3.
Just read forward. Verse 4.
No man that warreth.
No man that warreth. Right now we are at war. You ask any Christian, they say, oh, I put on the whole armor of God. We against Satan and the high powers and principalities. Meanwhile, they putting on a devil suit a few days ago. You dressing up as a demon. Read it again.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
That's what this young man is saying right here in the video. He like, what? I ain't got no time for no Halloween. Right. All this stuff going on. Read.
That he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier.
Right. We can't be attached to the worldly things of this world. Anybody with any common sense will understand dressing up as ungodly creatures and asking for candy from strangers and going to parties, and we all know what Halloween is. It's just an excuse for women to dress lascivious and promiscuous.
And the Transformers.
Right. Go ahead.
What's crazy is that you got people out here poisoning us with fentanyl, and you still sending your kids out there to get candy from strangers.
Right. There you go. There you go.
You know what? On that point, Cap, what's so crazy is I was looking at through some social media, right? And there was this parent, he was going through the kids' candies, right? And there was like nails. And the daggone needles in the candy.
They've been doing that for years and
apples
years.
When they used to do caramel apples and stuff.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy on that. In the UK, when a lot of this candy reached the UK, what they do is they mark it and let you know that, hey, this is poison, basically. So it shows you how the people in America, they sleep, docile, and don't give a damn about what's going on. And that's how effective that Esau's media and his witchcraft has, duped our people so much that they don't even care.
Hey, and we're going to show it to you a little later, but Americans are so on a cycle. You just do everything, you just keep doing it like it's nothing. Go ahead, press play.
I'm so tired of y'all lost ass Americans. Oh my God, y'all so goddamn lost. Y'all still want to go to football games and basketball games and hockey, baseball, all that bullshit. Just like the Romans said, give them games and they will be distracted. Y'all are fucking distracted. Worried about fucking Halloween, worried about traveling abroad and around the United States. Y'all know there's a travel advisory out right now for all Americans? Really? And y'all want to still party and kick in, ha and travel and party and turn up? That war that's overseas that's happening right now is heating up. And y'all don't think it's going to touch here in good old America?
Pause. Pause. He said, y'all don't think that war is going to touch here? You know why they don't think it's going to touch here? Y'all know what America's known as? The virgin daughter of Babylon. Give me Isaiah real quick. Because what he said is scriptural. He don't know it. But what he's saying is scriptural. And Americans don't even think, we don't even consider that something can happen here in America.
To this day.
We hold on to 9/11 so dear.
Right.
Like something really happened. Dude, I don't know if y'all seeing what's going on in Gaza right now. That's war. I don't know if you're seeing what's going on in Ukraine. That is war.
Right.
But they saw 2 buildings go down as an act of war. Nah, that's like what's the word? What the preface of a book?
Yeah.
That's what 9/11 is. That was a preface of a book. They ain't even opened the book on war. But America ain't been touched yet. It's that virgin that hasn't been touched. Y'all got that?
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Oh, what?
O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Why is it known as the virgin? Because since 1776, America is built on war. But how many of those wars have took place on this side of the earth?
Right.
0. Zero. Ain't nobody, and we don't even notice it. Korea, Japan, World War II, World War I, all these different, the war on terror.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing ever happened over here. Why? Because God is preserving this land. God said, no, don't touch that. That's mine. That's my main right there. I'm keeping that one ready. Go ahead, read it again.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground.
Sit on the ground.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Read.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Because right now, it's just like when you read Deuteronomy 28, when it says, their feet shall not touch the ground. That's how America is right now. And that's how it's viewed, because it ain't been touched. And our people, I ain't gonna say our people, the Americans today are so asleep that they can't even fathom that happening. I know a few people that got money. They don't think about prepping and all that other stuff because they're like, hey, ain't nobody worrying about that stuff. That ain't gonna never happen in America.
What short?
Hey, hold on, Cap. Give me Isaiah 28:15.
Bring it out.
And we go back to there because this is the thought process of our people. We didn't bought into this system. We even call ourselves American. We'll join with them and say, yeah, we need to do this as if we have some kind of say-so in this place.
Right.
Read it.
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
We made a covenant with that white man.
Right.
Go ahead. Through his policies, his religion, education. Go ahead.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge.
We made what?
Lies our refuge.
That's why we can be comfortable enough to keep Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Like we Americans. Go ahead.
And under falsehoods have we hid ourselves.
Go ahead. I turn it back over to Cap.
So, press play on the video. Press play on the video.
Are y'all that really fucking delusional? With all of these people that are coming across this goddamn border, they've already said to y'all that Hamas and Hezbollah and whoever else has been sneaking across the border. Nah, they wasn't sneaking. They walked right through the fucking gate.
Pause.
But a lot.
He talking about Hamas, Hezbollah, all these. And don't forget when you had the millions of Afghanistans on the plane trying to come over here.
Hezbollah.
Yeah.
You get that out the corner?
Let's show y'all
some of that Hezbollah.
Let's show y'all what's going to happen in the Bible. Give me that in Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2,
Black
right?
folks don't know nothing about that, bro.
Because he's speaking, that brother is speaking prophecy right now.
Right, bring it out.
He's talking about all the caterpillars that's been brought into the land in these last days. And guess what? They're going to rise up when the time is right. Habakkuk 2 and verse 7.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 7.
This is what that young man was just speaking about. He said, don't you know about Hamas and Hezbollah and all these people that's coming into America that's been walking across the border for years? Read.
Shall they not rise up and suddenly shall bite thee?
Shall not these people rise up and suddenly bite thee? Read.
That awake, that shall vex thee.
That awake, because why does it say they shall awake? What are they known as? Sleeper cells.
Right.
Because right now they lay low. If y'all ever seen the movie Salt, that is a great movie. Y'all ever seen Salt?
Yeah.
She's a double agent. Angelina Jolie. It's a good movie. You got to watch it. But it shows you the depths that these countries go to lie dormant. They'll live a whole life here in America for years. And before you know it, you're like, oh, damn. Tommy turned into damn Mission Impossible. Right. I didn't know that. You know you can do that, Tommy. Boom. Read.
And thou shalt be.
Read it from the top. Read it
the
from
book
the
of
top.
Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 7. Shall they not rise? Shall they not rise up suddenly?
Suddenly, read.
That shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee,
read.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them,
read.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Why is this happening to America? Read it again.
Thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because America has spoiled many nations. We're going to go over it later today. America has went in every other country on the face of the earth and raped, robbed, and murdered all their resources.
Right. To this day.
They take it back, and then they charge you, oh, you want an orange?
Right.
From Guatemala, and you ain't Guatemala. That's going to be $18. But hold on, I just picked that out of my... $18, nigga, pay up. I am America. Read it again.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Spoiled many nations. Read.
All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
All the remnant, because what are they called? Immigrants. all the remnant of these countries that they left. What are they called? Refugees. Read.
Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land.
Read.
Of the city and of all that dwell therein.
You think all those Afghans forgot about what they did over there? For over 20 years, they was over there. What is it? 2003, right? September 11th? From 2003, they got out in 2001. From 2001 to 2022, they've been over there.
Right.
Terrorizing the land. Doing God knows what. I talked with a few brothers that's in the military. They're like, yeah, it was Esau and some crazy people. They just take a tank, ride over people. No reason. Damn. That's what Esau been doing. You think they forgot about that? That's why I said, suddenly they shall rise up. They over here, they laying low right now. They in Chicago in the hotel, kicking it, but they just waiting.
Hey, some of them working right alongside of
Right. You don't even know. You don't even know. Give me Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51 and 12. Right now, we showing y'all. We showing y'all what the brother just spoke about. He spoke about Hezbollah. He spoke about Hamas. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse, you said 5?
12.
Verse 12. It said, set up the standard.
Start at 13, I'm sorry.
Verse 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters.
This is talking about ancient Babylon, and today it's America. America dwells upon many waters. How? Through its military bases. Read.
Abundant in treasures.
It is abundant in treasures. Why? Because all nations come here to trade. Your iPhone, your television, your old school DVD player, whatever.
Right.
All the different electronics. Your shirt came from China.
Right.
If it didn't, it came from Korea.
Right.
It come from everywhere. Read.
Thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. The Lord of hosts had sworn by himself.
The Lord of hosts have sworn by himself. So this thing is going to happen. You best believe it. Read.
Saying, surely I will flee.
Hold on. The Lord said, surely I shall what?
I will fill thee.
I will fill thee with what?
With men.
How is he doing that? All these different nations, now they coming back to America. Read.
As with caterpillars.
As with caterpillars. What does a caterpillar do? It gets inside of its subject and it slowly eats away.
Yep.
Slowly eats away. How does it do it? How is this caterpillar going to work on America? From the inside out. Read.
And they shall lift up and shout against thee.
They shall lift up and shout against thee. What is the shout? Allah Akbar!
Ooh.
And it's coming. Them Iranians, them Afghanistans, them Arabs, they are going to remember their nature, as it says in 2nd Ezra. Yep. Understand that. It ain't going to be the Israelites. We going to be chilling. We going to be like, hey, we told you. I got evidence.
Right.
I got evidence. It wasn't me.
Right.
I was reading the Bible.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you can grab Jeremiah 50 and 6.
Bring it out.
So you know whose fault this is. That's not one of the people. We're going to blame the Christian
there
church.
You go. There you go.
I seen the whole week last week about trunk or treat.
Damn. We
literally
getting it
in the church.
We coming.
The church doing it.
Wow. It's coming.
Jeremiah 50 and 6.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 6. My people had been lost sheep.
That's what the brother was saying. We lost right now, right? Read.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Hey, they shepherds supposed to be they pastors, they TD Jakes, they leaders, they LeBron James. All of the black community sat up here and showed a poor representation of leading their own people.
Right.
Like you were saying, read.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. And they have forgotten their resting place.
Right. They forgot that they're supposed to rest in the Bible.
Damn. Fire. Hold on. One more on the caterpillars. One more on them caterpillars. Job 18 and 11. Job 18 and 11. Because guess what, y'all? The Bible speaks about what's going to happen. And guess who gonna warn you? Guess who ain't singing about a happy day today? Right. It ain't gonna be the Israelites. We gotta warn our people whether they hear or whether they forbear. Read that.
Job chapter 18 and verse 11.
Read.
Terrorists.
Oh, what?
Terrorists shall make him afraid on every side.
Terrorists shall make him afraid on every side. Who's the him? America. Last week you witnessed it. The Secretary of State, all their military officials are warning of what? That there's going to be a terrorist attack on we all on alert. See if you can find the video. But they were warning the people, we on high alert. You remember back when 9/11 first happened, they had the red terror alert, the orange terror alert, all the different colors. It's going back to that. Because now they're like, oh snap. things is going to happen. Read it again. Read it again.
Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet.
And what?
And shall drive him to his feet.
Those terrors are going to drive him to his feet. What does that mean? America's going to be brought down. Just like it just said, lay down in the dust. How do you lay down in the dust? You on your feet. All these scriptures go right hand in hand together. But you ain't gonna learn this in the Christian church. Why? They still trying to tell you how the law don't stand. They still trying to show you that God loves everybody. Right. They trying to make sure that you got the proper mask before you come in for the trunk or treat event. You think I'm lying? Go to the next video. Go to the next video, y'all. Hold on, finish this one first. Because he got some more good stuff.
A lot of y'all are still fucking distracted. Worried about all this bullshit. Y'all looking this way when y'all need to be looking this way. Y'all better get fucking prepared. For real. Because the war's gonna come to your goddamn doorstep. And I'm not trying to fearmonger nobody. I just want y'all to be prepared.
See? The brother know what's going on. Play the next video, y'all. So he on the right path. He know what's going on. Now let's see what's going on in the church where the prophets of God are at and the prophetesses are at. Let's see.
The Central Florida International Auto Show. It's the
Go past the commercial. Go past the commercial. Let's see what's going on in the churches. Come on. Y'all supposed to have it ready. Y'all supposed to have it ready.
Why you do that? Get Jude. Because he talking about he not trying to fearmonger, but sometimes that's exactly what you got to do. All right, you got to tell our people about the atrocities that's coming.
Exactly.
Give me that Jude 22.
The book of Jude.
Start at 21.
Verse 21.
Start at 20.
Verse 20. But ye, beloved, building up yourselves on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Ghost.
Go ahead.
Keep yourselves in the love of God.
That's the commandments. Go ahead.
Looking for the mercy of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Looking for what?
Looking for the mercy of our Lord Jesus Christ unto eternal life.
So we got to endure. Go ahead.
And of some have compassion, making a difference. And of others, save with fear.
How we got to save them?
Save with fear.
So you better bring out those scriptures telling our people that destruction is coming. And sometimes we don't bring out that destruction enough. Right. Like a Cap, so prophesying about this destruction to come because it's here.
It's here.
It's here. And our people can't stay in darkness. Finish that.
And of others, save with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh.
So sometimes we got to use fear. So he talking about, I don't want to be a fearmonger. Bruh, go ahead.
Right. Bring it out.
Do your thing.
You got to bring that thing out. So press play on this.
Local churches wanted to make sure our kids had safe ways to celebrate on a school night. Hundreds of people turned out to Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville for its fall festival.
Pause!
This is Gail Pascal Brown takes us there as church.
Pause! Look at them trying to lie. They're talking about for a fall. What the hell is a fall festival?
Right. What the hell was that?
When you ever celebrate a fall festival in a costume? Why do the church always try to trick you? Hey, listen, y'all just need to stand up and say we evil. We worship the devil.
Right.
That's what you're doing. Just stand up and say it. Give me that who can make an unclean thing clean, Job 14:4. Give me that in Job 14:4 real quick. So the brother just mentioned, he in the world, he ain't in the truth. He said, hey, y'all need to wake the hell up pretty much. So we said, okay, the streets is saying it. They understand it. Right. Let's see, maybe the church is on the same wavelength. Right. Nah, read that.
The book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing?
Who can bring a clean thing? Read.
Out of an unclean.
Out of an unclean. Read.
Not one.
Not one. So understand that you celebrating your fall festival on October the 31st, but you want to put a Christian theme on it for you can trunk or treat, Christ or candy, whatever you want to call it. God says it ain't clean. Understand that. If it ain't the high holy days of God, you don't need to be doing it.
We're doing it for the kids.
Oh, Lord.
Anointed almond joys.
Church leaders also prepared for another big holiday.
Wow.
Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville always serves up a good time. Be it inside the sanctuary and out. This fall festival is an annual event that brings together the entire community. Crystal Jones brought her daughter and mother.
I knew it would be safe, a safe environment for them, and they would have fun, and they're still going to get candy.
Peace.
It's a safe haven for kids on the Halloween celebration.
Pause. Willie Barnes. Willie.
Pastor Negro.
Pastor Willie C. Barnes. You don't failed your people. This is, give me Lamentations 2:14.
Pastor Negro.
And now this is what they want to say. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
They ain't got to be out, and we can protect the people. And guess what? I was in that mindset at one point. We all were there. It's like you just want to do something that's safe for the people. But at some point, you got to read the Bible. At some point, you got to say, you know what? You know what would be even more safe?
Right.
If we actually did what was in the Bible.
Right.
That's the safest place you can be.
That's right.
According to God, when you read Psalm 91, you want to be in the secret place of the Almighty. But you ain't going to get there celebrating Halloween, brother. Read that.
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things.
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things. You've seen it right before your eyes. They got all these different events. They got blow-up balloons. They got candy. They got volunteers. All of that stuff. Meanwhile, our brothers and sisters are poor.
Right.
They ain't got a place to stay. They ain't got a house. And we wasted all that money on that. On something that's a false boy on Halloween. Right. Read it again.
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
For thee, read.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity.
Meanwhile, they haven't discovered our iniquities as a nation of people. They haven't identified yet that Halloween is the reason why our brothers are being shot dead. Halloween is the reason why Christ ain't returned yet. Halloween is the reason why we lost our identity, culture, and heritage. Read.
To turn away thy captivity.
You see that? Once you identify the sins, then you can get our people out of captivity. But they ain't worrying about that. They worrying about how can we have a good time here in Babylon. Because this is their resting place to them. They trying to figure out how can we assimilate to this culture to make it better for our people. Like Halloween's good, but how can we make it safer? Let's have a sit down amongst the churches. You know what? I think Mount Moriah got a good location. Let's make sure we do something. And you know what? After that, we can bring food for Thanksgiving. And then we can be good.
Can you lend a nigga a
Press play. Press play.
Dang.
It's a safe haven for kids on the Halloween celebration. We just want to provide them an opportunity to have fun, and that's why we do it.
There's something for everybody, from Bible bingo to bounce houses, games, food, treats, and more.
We serve our families with the opportunity to come out, have a safe environment for our kids to play, have rides, have games to play, and not worry about the horrors or the events of Halloween.
Hey, all I keep hearing is play, play. It's a safe place to play.
Yep.
It ain't no like you say, ain't no scriptures coming out, ain't no education of what the Bible is commanding us to do.
Right.
And that's our pastors, man. Hey, it's 2023. You still in the Christian church,
there
man.
You go.
You is. Hey, it's time to come up out of there. That's all I can say. I want to say something. I gotta watch my mouth. It's time to come up out of there.
You at a low understanding if you still in the Christian church. Is that you at a low level? It's World War III is on the brink as we know it. Megiddo is about 100 miles away from what's going on. Aid is going over there to Israel, and y'all worrying about a damn trunk or treat event, about a fall festival.
Hey, Kev, I got to get one.
Yes, bring it out, please.
Get that Jeremiah 44:16.
Bring it out.
16, because, this is part of why we do church blitzes and stuff like that, to bring awareness to our people in the church. And they'll tell us, well, why don't you go to the people that need it?
Right.
Well, we right here.
Right.
We right here with the people that need it.
Read it.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 16. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us.
This is what they say to us. Go ahead.
As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee.
That's what they say. Damn. Why are you bringing it? Hey, speak what's in your heart. We don't want to hear what's in that Bible.
Right.
What?
Damn. They don't want to do it.
Hey, Cat,
do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Can I get a scripture to back it up as well? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 6, because our people are continually in these games, carnivals, being distracted from the real problem. The real problem is repentance and healing that we need from our people.
There you go.
Start at verse 6.
Hey, is phone lines open?
I don't know. Hey, y'all call in.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 6. Come on, therefore, Let us enjoy the good things.
And that's what that gentleman was just talking about. Everyone interviewed on this was talking about let us enjoy the good time, the good things.
Let us enjoy the good things that are present. And let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ornaments.
So we put up, like what Kat was talking about, we put up the carnival, we put up the rides, we put up the funding for the drinking, right?
Right.
For what? For a distraction that's going to destroy our people.
There you go. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment, where you calling from?
Shalom, brothers. Most High Christ bless. I'm calling from Texas, from Tyler, Texas. My name is Joanne. I've called before.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to share the scripture, Matthew 36. How it says, it would be just in the days of Noah. No one would be paying attention to what's going on. People will be married and being given in marriage.
Right.
And also it says, 42, verse 42, it says, keep on the watch, therefore, because you do not know on what day your Lord is coming. So it should be no surprise to us that these people are being the way that they are, that they're being distracted. It's a selective distracted. They want to be distracted.
Right.
And also you had mentioned about how other people are coming over here and maybe belonging to Hezbollah and Hamas or whatever. But there are people within their own group, just like Robert Hansen. He died recently. He died in June. He was an intelligence agent, but he was selling secrets to Russia.
Right.
But for years he sold secrets to Russia.
Damn.
So it can come within their own group.
All praises, sis.
Yes, sir.
All praise. Thank you for calling in, sis.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sis call in every week. She on point with it too. Dropping precepts. Press play. You have something?
Yeah. I wanted to say one thing. The pastor said we need to create a safe space for this Halloween, right? So if Halloween was such a good thing, why you need to create a safe space for it?
Bring it out.
Why is it? Why you gotta give me Isaiah 5:20 real quick?
Trying to make that crooked
Why
thing straight?
you have to? So we can have a good time and nothing bad happens. Because why? Something always bad happens on Halloween, right? Something always bad is happening, right?
Celebrate the devil in peace.
Isaiah 5:20.
Bring that out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
So we wonder why we keep getting killed. We can wonder why we have black on black violence. We wonder why we have evil amongst our neighborhood, because we call evil good and good evil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We hear the Bible, like we don't want to hear that, but we want to go celebrate ghouls and goblins and ghosts and sacrifices. I don't know what else they do. I forgot.
Death. Hey, that's a heavy point you just brought out. Hey, shalom.
You must got kids.
What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Strong leadership, Most High Christ bless. Brother Judah, Orlando Camp.
Brother Judah. What's your question or comment?
Comment on the Christian church, and if they're reading Colossians 2 and 8, how can they do the things that they're doing with Halloween and Easter and Thanksgiving and all those things if they read that in the Christian church?
Right. I don't know how they do it. I know how, because they the devil.
Right.
All praise. Thank you for calling in. Press play on the video.
LIONZ is my favorite radio show.
All praise. Most High Christ bless, brother. Y'all heard him. Go ahead. Press play.
You got another caller.
Oh, another call. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Hey, shalom. It's Brother Tobias from Ohio.
Ohio, what's going on?
Shalom. All praise to the news. And I think about it, I'm like, dang, like all this stuff that's going on, World War III popping off. And I'm thinking like, dang, our people being so distracted with hip hop music, all this ratchet nonsense. Remember, 2nd Ezra 15:10, how it says that my people is led to the flock. My people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Meaning, well, all this stuff is distracting us to lead us up to get caught up in this World War III that's about to pop off, and our people just don't see it.
Right. You right on it. You right on point. You right on point.
All praise.
All praise. Thank you for calling in. Press play. Press play. Press play.
Police chief seconds that emotion.
Pastor Barnes, his wife are setting that thing up that kids can come and feel like they're, in a great place, safe.
Pause.
Our job is just to.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Shalom, family. Most high Christ bless. My name is Nemaya. I'm calling from IUIC, Virginia.
Okay, VA in the building.
Yes, sir. My comment for this nonsense with the Halloween was the fact that, as always, the Christian church is on the wrong side of it, but they also haven't considered the fact that they are provoking these children to the wrath of God by having them celebrate something that is totally against him and has them dressing up as his enemies.
There you go.
So that's sad and pathetic, but it is what it is. That's the Christian church. It's Christianity, and all praises to the Most High for you all as the prophets for being there and getting me out of there.
All praise to the Most High.
Bless. Y'all have a great week.
All praise.
I like the way she said that. Dressing up as the enemy.
Right. And guess what? That includes Superman.
Right.
And we ain't talking about the demons. We talking about the actual demons. If you dressed up as John Wayne, you dressed up as the enemy.
Right.
You dressed up as Superman, you dressed up as the enemy.
Right.
If you was regular Spider-Man and not Miles Morales, you dressed up as the enemy.
Bring
That's right. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Hello, shalom. Most High Christ bless. I'm calling from Florida.
From Florida. What it do?
I'm actually, I'm normally being there at the Orlando camp, but unfortunately, I'm not feeling well, so I stay back doing my part.
Okay. What's your question or comment, sis?
My comment is that it's so crazy. The person that called before that sister bring out Colossians 2 and verse 8, but just wanted to back up what he said with Jeremiah chapter 10. Verses 1 and 2. Right. And my comment on that, on Halloween and these things that they are going on with right now, the main thing that this Christianity says that it's for the kids.
Right.
It's for the kids.
Yep.
It's for the kids. But not realizing that the law, we're supposed to be breaking down the law to our children.
Right.
Because this is where we're going to teach them how to take over when we are not here. Because if we are not teaching them the laws, then what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen to the children tomorrow? So our praises to the Most High for IUIC for bringing out this truth. So me, myself, can come out of the Christian church, and now I'm on my way to the journey of gaining the kingdom and trying to put my bricks in so I can make it there. So
all praise
for all of you guys.
All praise, sis. Hey, give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 19 real quick. Somebody just asked, is Halloween considered idolatry? Press play on this video while he got that scripture.
Come here and help them feel safe.
To get into this fall festival, all it took was
Pause. Because we got to get that point. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from? Okay, they hung up. All right, read that verse. 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 10 and 19.
Back. Hold on. Take the call. Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? All right. Hey, cut the calls real quick for about 10 minutes so we can get going. Hang up! Read 1 Corinthians 10.
1 Corinthians 10 and 19. What say I then? That the idol is anything? Or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything?
Read.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice.
The things which the Gentiles sacrifice. Read.
They sacrifice to devils.
They what?
They sacrifice to devils.
That's why the church trying to do their own thing on the side. Because they know the history of Halloween. They know the culture of Halloween is all bad. So they trying to make it good on the side. But you can't do that. Read it again.
They sacrifice to devils and not to God.
Read.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
That's it right there. You can't make it clean, Christian church. I don't care what you want to call it. I don't care where you want to do it. It ain't clean. It ain't got nothing to do with God. You can't change Halloween and make it a good thing. Same thing with Thanksgiving. You can't take the slaughter of the Native Americans and now say we want to give God Thanksgiving because you find the word Thanksgiving in the Bible a few times.
Right.
No, it don't work like that. You can't do it. Finish the verse.
Yes, sir. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devil.
Read.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
And of the table of the devil.
Can't serve two
You have
masters.
Uncapped?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Get Hosea 9:1.
Bring it out.
Hosea 9:1, and then somebody else grab Romans 5:10. We'll link these two together. Read that, Hosea 9:1.
The book of Hosea, chapter 9 and verse 1. Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy as other people, for thou hast gone a whoring.
Gone what?
Thou hast gone a whoring from thy God. Thou hast loved a reward upon every cornfloor.
And us going a whoring from our God has turned us into those enemies like the caller called. And she said, got our kids dressing up as enemies.
Right.
Now watch this. Get Romans 5:10.
Romans chapter 5 and verse 10. For if, when we were enemies.
When we were what?
When we were enemies.
When we were enemies. Go ahead.
We were reconciled to God.
Now, you can't be reconciled to someone that you never had a relationship with.
Right.
So that's telling you this ain't for everybody.
Right.
When we were enemies. Why? Because we rejoicing after the same thing the heathens do. Go ahead.
We were reconciled to God by the death of his son. Much more, being reconciled, we shall be saved by his life.
So salvation is for the repentant Israelites.
Right.
That's right.
So, hold on.
That's right.
So we going over this we showed you the first video where the brother was he was going in. Now we're showing you what's going on in the church. But watch what it goes to. It goes from the fall festival. Look what it's leading up to. And we showing you how this world got us all on a cycle. Press play.
Perishable food items. That's the trick.
The treat is church leaders are going to take these items and get ready for the next big holiday, a Thanksgiving giveaway.
Oh, there you go.
No.
There you go.
Wow.
Y'all see that? The trick bag? The next trick we got for you is we got a whole nother white man holiday for you to celebrate. Coming up on November the 25th, Thanksgiving.
That's that sales commercial, Cap.
Right.
Wait, there's more.
So it's showing you.
Like you win a prize.
Here in America, you go from, give me that, don't be scared to add sin unto sin. In America, this is what you do. They got you in the trick bag. You go from Thanksgiving, you go from Halloween to Thanksgiving to December 25th to New Year's, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Then you got whatever holidays they got, St. Patrick's Day, May Day, Cinco de Mayo, July 4th. It's a cycle.
Day of the Dead too, Cap.
Day of the Dead.
Yep.
Just week after week, they just adding things to you. And guess what? Guess what God calls that? False burdens. You got it?
Sirach chapter 5 and verse 5. Concerning propitiation. Be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
You see that? That's what the Christian church is doing. They have created a cycle where they just add sin on top of sin. They get you in there for the so-called fall festival, to get you ready for Thanksgiving, to get you ready for Christmas, to get you ready for Valentine's Day. It just keeps going on and on and on. And you know what's left? Yep. Then you got Easter. And you know what's never mentioned? Passover.
That's right.
Feast Day of Atonement.
Purim.
None of the feast days of the Bible are even thought of. That's letting you know these are not the men and women of God.
The message that they putting out is not bringing the people in.
There you go.
So they gotta have bells and whistles.
There you go. Damn.
You know what's Cap? And that right there is so important that that you brought out that you mentioned that they're not bringing out God's high holy days, right? I just got a scripture to pull.
Yeah, bring it up.
Amos 5 and 21. And here's what the Most High God says about the worldly holidays.
Right.
That the world says is holidays, right? Or holy days, but it's holidays. All right. Anything that's against Christ it's not what it is. All right.
Bring it out.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Right. The world's feast days, right? That's all I wanted, what I'm saying? To show that if you celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? Halloween, right? Most of our guy, he hates that thing. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers, man, y'all gotta get your minds right.
Keep reading. Keep reading. Yeah.
Yep.
I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Right. He not gonna smell your daggone your freaking
cranberry.
Your cranberry juice, your daggone pork roast.
Bring it out.
He ain't gonna smell none of that crap. Your turkey, right? You know what I mean?
Because read verse 22, because
Yes,
that's
sir.
the point. Just what you bringing out, because think about these holidays. what do? We have offerings.
Yep, right.
We have dinners. Right? Go ahead, read that.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
What God say?
I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
So even when they come with their songs and all of that, trying to offer peace offerings unto the Lord, he said, I ain't listening to none of that.
None of that. Hey, you know what I just thought about when you was, we gonna bring it out later. Press play. We got to keep going.
Back to the community, and they'll serve at least 100 families with all these donations in 2 ways.
We feed them as well as give away baskets as well. Yes, so those that we're giving the baskets to, we invite them to dinner.
The pastor says they've been hosting this fall festival for about 3 decades now.
Oh, pause! Damn! Y'all see that? Whoa. 3 decades they've been doing this thing. Hey, the sin is steeped deep in the hearts and minds of these people.
That's not thick. Wow.
3 decades of Halloween in the church. Wow. In the
look
church.
at the shirt. Look at the shirt.
Generation to generation.
Damn.
Yep. You can't say you ain't celebrating Halloween. We don't want to hear that.
Right.
Press play.
Wow.
Festival for about 3 decades now. In Eatonville, Gail Pascal Brown, West 2 News.
All right, take it off the screen. So we ain't even gonna go to the next video about Halloween. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get Zechariah 1.
Yeah, bring it out.
Because that it was funny how they said the trick was that they basically wanted to forward, to trick out people's mind to after Halloween look forward to Thanksgiving. And once Thanksgiving comes, you're gonna start hearing the damn jingle bells in the store, right? Read that. Zechariah 1:15.
Zechariah chapter 1, verse 15. And I am very sore displeased.
God is very displeased at this thing that y'all doing, right? Y'all forwarding the affliction, read.
With the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
That's what these pastors are doing. They forwarding the affliction of our people. They making it harder for our people to repent, to find God. This is why Isaiah 1:3 says what it says. Because the pastors, they put them right back to sleep. So now the prophets got to go out there and battle with this dumb Christian doctrine that what is it, fall festival now?
Right.
Every 10 years, they probably gonna change the name to something else.
Right.
Can you read? Is that it?
Yes, sir, that's it on that.
All right.
Hey, Captain, just get one quick. Hey, go to 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Hey, Paul, it was in the spirit prophesying about this thing, because it's crazy that you got a pastor, he said, for 30 years, indoctrinating the people. This is the same community that cries, no justice, no peace. And they wonder why it happens. Read that real quick.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
We're seeing it right now. People have left the faith, the truth of the Bible. Read.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Instead, they over here talking about some Halloween, some Thanksgiving. Ain't none of them talk. You know what's crazy to me? We came in the body, I'm like, God has a high holy day set up for every season of the year. Right. So even in the wintertime, you got what? You got FOT during the fall. You got Feast of Dedication, Purim coming up afterwards and stuff like that. Go ahead. Giving heed to what?
2, seducing spirits.
That's your Christianity. Go ahead.
And doctrines of devils.
Now it's a fall festival.
Right.
Now it's a fall festival. It ain't Halloween. I remember when we was younger, they called it Guabaween. They had all kind of foolish stuff to kind of deter you from the real evil of it.
Right.
Read verse 2.
Yes, sir. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Because he said for 30 years they've been doing this.
That's it.
30 years.
Excellent precept. All right, what we got next? Is this the Halloween? I don't want the Halloween. We're gonna go straight to the 4th one, I think. Article 4. We're gonna skip that because of time constraints. Yes. So, meanwhile, you got the church dealing with Halloween, right?
Yeah.
So these same church system is now, they trying to teach history. Now, this is the same church system that celebrated Halloween for decades. Now, let's see what type of black history they're going to bring out. Go ahead, press play.
For us to talk about black history.
It sounds a lot like a middle school history class. But it's actually Bible study at New Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church in Miami, Florida.
If you don't have an appreciation of what they've gone through, you'll never have an understanding of where they are now.
Pastor Alfonso Jackson Jr. is one of hundreds of religious leaders across the state now teaching Black history in their churches, pushing back against controversial new standards enacted in Florida schools this year.
Florida schools must now teach students about the, quote, benefit of slavery when teaching Black history.
When you heard about the new Black history standards, what was your reaction?
My initial reaction was initially of disbelief, and then it turned into anger.
Then he found this
homeland. If you getting angry because your oppressor ain't teaching you history, you think everybody loves you. Right. You think you at peace here in America. At first I was distraught. Right. And then I was angry. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to teach white man myself. Yeah. That's what happened. Now, all praise the brother got some type of understanding. He said, you know what? I'll stand up and teach. But y'all going to see who's making the curriculum and what he's teaching. You saw he was just up there talking. We ain't see no PowerPoint, ain't see no history. Right. I ain't see nothing. Press play. Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that these are the same pastors that we reach out to week after week after week. And we say, hey, we got history that pertains to us in the Bible, and they say we don't want to hear it. We've already been doing that. We've been teaching. This is what they told me. We've already been teaching y'all. We've been teaching our people, the congregation. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
To your point. I wonder if y'all caught that. The newscaster said it sound like it's like a middle school history class. Yet Bishop be bringing out
college level,
PhD level classes.
It's like, I've heard this before. I've heard about the Underground Railroad and civil rights. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
They
didn't catch it.
Yeah, and that's the difference between us. Like, you ain't finna say nothing like that to us, because you know that the men like Israelite men with beards, like you ain't saying nothing like that to us. You gonna get checked, and we gonna bring the scripture out and correct you. Damn, like this brother.
Hey, rewind that again. What she said, it sounded like a middle school.
At the very beginning.
Damn.
She said at the very beginning. I wonder if anybody was gonna say something about that.
She disrespected.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Important for us to talk about Black history.
It sounds a lot like a middle school history class.
Damn. Pause. So look, hey, Christian church, y'all think it's us clowning. We ain't clowning y'all. Right. They clowning y'all. Yep. They say y'all top pastors sound like middle school history.
Damn.
Hey, don't worry. We got somewhere where y'all can learn and get some high level understanding. IUIC, IsraelUnite.org. Go and learn. We got more history on there than you'll ever find on any toolkit. Our welcome home packet can get you in there. Right. Go ahead, press play.
Sound like an MOV brother teaching.
Bible study at New Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church in Miami, Florida.
If you don't have an appreciation of what they've gone through, you'll never have an understanding of where they are now.
Pastor Alfonso Jackson Jr. is one of hundreds of religious leaders across the state now teaching Black history in their churches, pushing back against controversial new standards enacted in Florida.
And you know what else? You know what else I find strange, y'all? Why wasn't he teaching it before?
Exactly.
What is your job? Your job is to teach us who we are, where we come from. But you wasn't doing that. Give me Malachi 2 and 7 real quick.
Got to bring it
Give me Malachi 2 and 7. Because you know what the history is? The history is our true heritage. Mm-hmm. The history is the laws of God that you're supposed to teach. And give me that in Deuteronomy where it says you're supposed to teach your children.
Yep.
Go ahead, read that.
Yep. Malachi chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
Hold on, it should keep what?
Should keep knowledge.
Knowledge is what you teach in a history class.
Bible.
Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And they should seek the law at his mouth. You know what law is? That law is that history that we missing. Give me that in Deuteronomy real quick. Deuteronomy, you got it? Read
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And thou shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
Read.
And when thou walkest by the way. And when thou liest down. And when thou risest up. And verse 8. And thou shalt bind them for a sign
No, I want this shall be your wisdom in the sight of the nations. 4. I want 4. Yep. I want 4. Yep. So it's telling you, you're always supposed to be teaching your children.
Yep.
You're always supposed to be educating them on their history. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom.
This is what?
This is your wisdom.
This is your wisdom. The Bible is your wisdom. Deuteronomy 28 is your wisdom.
That's
Jeremiah, Ezekiel, the prophets, that is your wisdom. Understanding that Jesus Christ is a black man is wisdom. Read.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
But guess what? They ain't saying that about the Christian pastors.
Right.
They saying it sound like my middle school Mr. Jackson class.
Yeah.
That's what that sound like. I heard about the civil rights before, but I guarantee you when you walk into Bishop class and you're learning that the Ottoman Turks are really Esau.
Damn.
When you're learning who are the true originaters of the Bible, that the prophets were black, that Christ was black.
Right.
And you learning where's Megiddo at in today? Who is Iran in the Bible? Who is going to start and finish World War III? They ain't gonna say that sound like no middle school class.
Right.
They gonna say this sound like a higher level theology class from the Israelites.
These are them. These are them.
Right.
Can I get a script?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna make a comment that if they knew their history, they wouldn't be celebrating Halloween.
There you go.
They would know that it's a wicked holiday.
There you go. You got go ahead.
Jeremiah 3. Because this the news station just let them know that they get middle school teachers, they not qualified to teach the Bible. Essentially, is what they just said.
Hey, and you brothers and sisters watching, y'all need to send this to your Christian brothers and sisters, your mama and them and all of that, so that they can see that the white man clowning them.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right, read that. Jeremiah 3:15.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart.
According to mine heart. Just like Cap just brought out. When we bring out the history of the Israelites, it don't sound like no middle school class when Bishop is teaching. So this is how you know. The white man just said they are teaching middle school history lessons. But when we read out the Bible, nah. You got to sit down. You got to study. You got to do research to understand. And you got to rewatch Bishop classes because you ain't going to get it the first time. Just like in school, you got to study this stuff over and over and over. Read.
And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
With knowledge and understanding. Your pastors only giving you a middle school education. The Bible is supposed to give you life. They can't give you that.
Damn. That's heavy. That's heavy. Hey, get Sirach 39:1 right quick. I want to back up your point, and I'm glad to let you go first because that segue right into this scripture right here about why we don't sound like they can't say that about us. They can't say that about the Israelites.
No, sir.
Verse 3, Cap.
39:1.
Yes, sir.
Just read one.
Sirach 30.
Back to the class.
Yes, sir. Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient.
And the ancients are, like you said, the prophets, and the law that the Bible that these prophecies came from. Go ahead.
And be occupied in prophecies.
And be occupied in the understanding of these prophecies. Go ahead. No. All right. Press play. Press play.
Florida schools this year.
Florida schools must
Go ahead,
now
fast
teach
forward a little
students
bit.
about the quote
To where he was at, where he was
slavery
talking.
when teaching Black history.
When you heard about the
That's good. That's good.
Then he found this online toolkit created by Social Justice Coalition Faith in Florida, filled with books, documentaries, and videos that churches can use to counter the new standards.
It's up to us to be able to write our own story and to tell the truth.
And that's what you feel like this is about.
Absolutely.
More than 300 churches in over 22 states have pledged to teach the material.
Pause, y'all.
Its creator, Rhonda Thomas.
Pause. 300 churches? Y'all know how many? It's 300 churches in the next two neighborhoods. Only 300 signed up to teach history? Now, that can mean one of two things. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. A, they already teaching history. Or B, they don't give a damn. I'm going to take B for 500 million thousand.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to say. Press play.
Says the guide, which covers topics including from Africa to America and race, racism, and whiteness, is not about making any race feel bad, despite what some opponents of teaching this history say.
No child should be taught in a way that is hurtful or painful.
Pause. Y'all see what that said? The creator of the curriculum is the black woman. Dun, 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 dun.
Surprise, surprise.
Cap, hold it. You gotta keep her face there. Keep her face there. Number 27. Come on. Go, just read it right quick. 27:16. Goodness.
So no black man could stand up and get the job done. That's a shame. Y'all let the black woman set the curriculum up.
Here's the prophecy. 16:17.
Number 27 and verse 16. Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
Why?
Which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in.
Read.
That the congregation of the Lord.
That the congregation of the Lord, the Israelites,
be not as sheep which have no shepherd.
Yes, when you got a woman leading,
right?
We like sheep with no shepherd.
Right. Go ahead, press play.
Painful for them, but to dilute a whole teaching was just totally unheard of.
The initiative is part of a storied history in black churches. From leading the civil rights movement,
it will be a victory for democracy,
to helping establish freedom schools and historically black colleges. And much like in the 1960s, non-black faith leaders are also getting involved.
Oh, pause. Here we go. Here we go. I told y'all that we gonna come together with the other nations. I told y'all this. Now, what happens when Esau get involved? They take it over. You can't join hands with your oppressor. You can't do it. Give me that in Proverbs 11 and 21. Yes, you can't do it, won't do it. If they was learning their history, they would have read that in Nehemiah.
If they was
You all right? You all right?
Yeah. They was
Damn the devil.
They was occupying the prophecies.
There you go.
They would know that.
Go ahead, read that.
Proverbs 11 and verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
So even though you want to join up with Esau, guess what? God says in that day, they're going to go to their own people. Give me that in Isaiah real quick. Give me that in Isaiah. Y'all can always try to initiate the white man as much as you want. And it's sad that the Christian church is doing that. You see that those same people that are the people that enacted the law that you're trying to go against, now you include them in your churches.
Right.
What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
What's wrong with you?
Press play. Read it.
Isaiah 13 and 14. And it shall be as the chase road.
It shall be as the chase road. Read.
And as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Read.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
There's going to come a time when all men are going to turn to their own people. Obviously, that time ain't today because y'all still want to be included with your oppressor. Read it again. That they shall all what?
They shall every man turn to his own people.
Every man is going to turn to his own people. Was there more?
Yes, sir.
Read.
And flee everyone into his own land.
And everybody's going to flee to their own land. That time is going to come. That's why we ain't letting all nations up in here. Like we don't say it before. We understand that law that they put out, there was a spirit behind it. That's how they roll. Go ahead.
So God's about race.
Hey,
All
that's
races.
funny that you said that because at camp on this past Sabbath, the Edomite came up and said, "Hey, how can I join the movement?
Yeah.
How can I be
hit you with
in
the
this
Malcolm X
family?"
line?
Yeah.
He said, "How can I be a part of the family?"
Right.
Donate.
And it was funny. It was funny as hell.
Go ahead. Press play.
Black colleges. And much like in the 1960s, non-black faith leaders are also getting involved.
There was a procession.
Pastor Andy Oliver leads Allendale United Methodist Church in St. Petersburg, Florida, and is also teaching the Black History Toolkit to his predominantly white parishioners.
When we learn African American history, we make different decisions. We don't repeat the mistakes of the past.
Pause!
Lessons in history.
Pause! Now, he said they don't repeat the mistakes of the past, but God says contrary. Go back to Isaiah 14 in verse 21. If that was the case, then why are y'all taking away our history the same way you did before time? Because that's what happened in the book of Maccabees. Right. Y'all took our history away. You burned the books. That's what you're trying to do right now. Right. Y'all taking the slavery away. They not say that slavery's good. It's a good thing.
Hell no.
Guess what? That ain't the first time y'all did that. Y'all did that in the book of Maccabees. Somebody give me that in Maccabees where they burned the books.
I got
while
you.
you read this. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
For his children, read.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers. Why? Because they're going to do the same exact thing that their fathers did. That's why they're going to die for what they did. And just because y'all learning what's going on, that don't mean you doing it for your good. You doing it for evil. Y'all studied as a foretime. You say, you know what? Hey, these people, if you keep them in sin, you can overcome them.
Right.
Go ahead, read that.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
Hold on, they did what?
And laid open the book of the law.
We just want to learn black history so we don't repeat it. Read.
Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Read. I want where they burned the books. Go jump down to where they burned it. I think it's in 3. I think it's in 3. You're in the right place. Read that again while somebody else find it for me. And they burned the law. That's what I want. They burnt the law. Burnt the law. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Read it again. Read it again.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And they laid open the book of the law.
Stop. What are they doing right here?
There you go.
They doing the exact
there
same
you
thing.
Go. First Maccabees 1 and 56. First Maccabees 1 and 56. Read that, read that, read that.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 56. And when they had rent in pieces.
And when they had what?
And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law.
When they rent in pieces the books of the law, read.
Which they found. They burnt them with fire.
Hold on, they did what?
They burnt them with fire.
Guess what? Guess what, y'all? That day is going to come. Right now, they trying to get the understanding, but that day is going to come. They already started doing it where they outlawed the Bible in Colorado. They're going to do it again. The Bible's going to be outlawed. You know who's going to have the only copy of the Bible? All these Edomites you're looking at right now. Go ahead, press play on this.
When we learn African American history, we make different decisions. We don't repeat the mistakes of the past.
Lessons in history that hold meaning for those in his community.
I think it's good for us to be uncomfortable and to talk about things and to see things from different perspectives.
And for others back in Miami. Faith leaders hope their teachings will resonate with state leaders too.
What message do you hope this will send to the Florida Department of Education and perhaps even the governor?
The black community will not be silenced. Our heritage will not be erased. Our struggle would not be watered down. And the truth
Cap, you notice the pin on his shirt?
Muted.
Psalms 58 and 3 real quick.
Yep, bring it out.
Psalms
the
58 and 3.
Scripture.
Yeah. Well, no, I want the deaf adder. Is that the same book? Yeah. Read that. I want the deaf adder. Because they say if we learn it, we ain't going to repeat the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
As soon as they be born. Doing what?
Speaking lies.
Speaking lies. Read.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder.
They are what?
They are like the deaf adder.
They are like the deaf adder. You can teach these Edomites our history all you want to. They are not going to change, and they do not care. How do we know? Y'all ain't gave us reparations yet.
Bring it out.
How many different slavery movies we got to make for you to? They won't even admit that they benefited from slavery today. Damn. How many people say that? Hey, don't bring that up. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstrap. What? So don't tell me if you learn the history, you ain't going to repeat it. That's all bull. And if y'all falling for that, you're dumb as hell.
Hey, Cap. Hey, get Ezekiel 3, just 5 and 6. Because you know how Bishop would say how they will listen to see where we are. Like they throw something out there just to see, measure the how much understanding we have,
yep,
right?
Yep.
So watch this. Read this.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel.
That's why we go and we teach our people. Go ahead.
Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou cannot understand. Surely had I sent thee to them.
So these other nations, go ahead.
They would have hearkened unto thee.
They listening. They pay more attention to the word that's coming out than we do.
Right.
Because they measuring the time. Are these niggas waking up? Do they understand what's going on in that book?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Hey, give me Psalms 50 and 16 real quick. I want I think it may be 18, but what have they to declare my statutes? That's what I want.
Yep.
Because they don't even have right or the authority to grab the Bible. Thus saith the Lord. I'm going to show you what God says every time he see Esau even reach out to touch his Bible. You're like, what? Oh, damn, what the hell they doing with Deuteronomy? Read that.
Psalms 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked.
But unto the wicked, read.
God said.
God said, read.
What hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
What the hell are you doing with my Bible? That's like when you see somebody with your clothes on. Your brother, you got a little brother, you come home and he got your joys on. You're like, oh, hey, bro, take my shoes off. What the hell are you doing? That's how God looks at it when he see Esau reading his Bible.
You got a flashback there, Ken?
Yeah. Well, I used to wear my brother's shoes. I know he was mad. My brother collected Jordans, so it's pretty cool. Go ahead, read that again.
What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
You see that? God says you don't have the right or the authority to do so. Y'all got something? Go ahead. What we got next? So, dealing with Halloween. We ain't got time for this. I'm done with Halloween. Go to the next one.
Right.
Go to the next one. I think we're just going to go straight to Joe Biden. I think that's what we had next. I had Halloween, then we had the commercials. Play this commercial real quick. Got to play the commercial.
To go all in.
What I had next.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. I'm going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
We go to number seven. Breaking news. Biden tests diplomacy and shifting trade ties.
Breaking news.
It's an article. I don't think it's a video. Is it a video? Speak on it. I wanted to read the article. But if he got a video, let's see what the video say too.
Well, the developments in Niger are deeply, deeply concerning, and I believe that they need to be reversed, because if not, it would jeopardize U.S. counterterrorism operations to combat extremists in the region and undermine the hard-fought democratic gains.
Hey, Griot fam, it's Jaron Keith Gaynor, White House correspondent and managing editor of politics at The Griot, and I'm here with Congressman Gregory Meeks, who is the ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, welcome back to The Griot. Always a pleasure to have you.
Good to be with you. Thank you for having me.
I would love to get your thoughts on what's happening in Niger. President Bazoum has been captured by the military.
This ain't it. Go to the article. Niger.
What's going on?
All right, let's go up to the top so we can read it. All right, read the headline.
He said Chris Tucker. They can put it on the main screen.
Biden tests diplomacy in shifting trade ties with African nations.
So Biden has changed up his trade thought or process with African nations. Let's see what happened.
U.S. President Joe Biden's decision to remove 4 countries accused of human rights or rule of law violations from a decade-old trade program in sub-Saharan Africa has sparked mixed reactions from advocates of the region.
So this is showing you, if you didn't know, America is Babylon the Great. What does America have to do with these African nations? They benefit from trade with these nations. Even though they can do it all themselves, everybody has waxed rich from their communications with America. Now, we're going to find out why they cut off these specific nations as we read throughout the article. Go ahead. Earlier this week,
Biden announced that he intends to terminate the Central African Republic, Gabon, Niger, and Uganda as beneficiaries of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, also known as AGOA.
So, It says they are the beneficiaries. What does that mean? They benefit from the relationship that they have with America as all other nations on the face of the earth do. If you are a country on the continent, you want to be down with America. You don't want to be on the wrong side of dealing with America. Why? Because they are Babylon the Great.
Why, Jesus?
Keep reading.
The decision from Biden came as a shock and surprise to some African policy experts and advocates.
Hey, yeah, pull up that picture and make it bigger if you can. Whoa. I want y'all to look at that. You got one white man in all these African nations. You think they're excited about that? They very excited. Why they ain't got on traditional African wear? Why they got on suits and ties? They in Africa. No, well, they in D.C. But if you are African royalty, right. If you kings and queens, why y'all dressed up like the white man?
Right.
You know why? Because he has power and influence over the whole earth. Thus saith the Lord. Go to Revelation real quick. Revelation 18. Revelation chapter 18, and let's read verse 2.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 2.
Read 3. Jump to 3.
Yes, sir. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All nations have drunk of the wine. What is the wine? The philosophies, the culture, the heritage. Everybody has taken on America. Read.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Pull the picture up again. Pull the picture up again. The kings of the earth have what?
Have committed fornication with her.
They are committing spiritual fornication right now. Y'all in the most plentiful continent on the face of the earth. You don't need America for nothing, but you want a piece of Babylon the Great. Because you know that your riches can increase to levels that you never thought of when you join with America. Read.
And the merchants of the earth.
And the what?
And the merchants of the earth.
What?
Are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Because when you get a trade agreement with America, you can wax rich. Because guess what? Whether you believe it or not, Google was made in America. Amazon was made in America. Walmart was made in America. The top companies on the earth all start right here in America. Microsoft, Apple, whatever you want. All the major organizations and companies, they start and are built right here in America. This is the place. If you want trade, you want economics, you want political power and influence, it goes through America. This is Babylon the Great. Understand that. Go back to the article and read.
Yes, sir. Dorothy M. Davis, a decades-long Africa diplomacy expert who has consulted U.S. and international agencies, told the Griot that while she understands the internal issues in the Central African Republic, Gabon, Niger, and Uganda, the decision to remove them from the AGOA program will be harmful to the citizens. I view AGOA as being targeted to the people of the country, helping women, men, entrepreneurs get their products here, said Davis, who runs her own consulting firm, Dorothy M. Davis Consulting. She added, AGOA is really for these entrepreneurs. And how are they going to feel about the U.S. basically taking this program away from them at this moment? The act, signed into law by President George W. Bush in 2000, grants dozens of African countries.
So this grant allows African countries to do what?
Access to trade in the U.S. market.
Because who is worrying about the African stock market? You got some African stock? You ain't got none. Read.
And allow them to export certain goods.
They can export certain goods
without paying taxes.
Without paying taxes, read.
Also known as duty-free trade.
So, what is that? Give me Revelation 13. I want the mark. I want the mark. I want the mark. Verse 16. This is talking about trade. This ain't talking about no microchip. Understand that. The mark of the beast is that you agree with the political philosophies that are being pushed. And we're going to show you as we go down, these nations didn't want to agree with the mark of the beast anymore. And America said, okay, well, we ain't doing the trade no more. Go ahead, read that.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he caused all, both small and great.
Both small and great. Because guess what? When Russia didn't want to agree with the policies that they set forth, what they do? They put tariffs on Russia. Small or great. That's an example of dealing with a great nation. These African nations are smaller nations. Read.
Rich and poor.
Rich and poor nations. Read.
Free and bond. To receive a mark in their right hand.
To receive a mark. What's that mark? Getting down with the philosophies and doctrines of America, as I'm going to show you later. Read.
Or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy.
Might what?
Might buy or sell.
Read.
Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
What is that? That's agreeing with America. Go back to the article. We're going to show you what that mark of the beast is that they did not agree with, and they were not allowed to buy or sell any longer with Babylon, a.k.a. America. Go ahead.
In addition to calling on Congress to reauthorize AGOA beyond 2025, Biden said in a letter to the Senate that the Central African Republic, Gabon, Niger, and Uganda were not eligible for AGOA status because they violated either the rule of law or human rights.
The rule or law or human rights. Jump down, go past the next picture, and jump down to in Uganda. And I'm going to show you exactly why America said we ain't doing no more trading. Go ahead.
In Uganda.
In Uganda.
An internationally condemned anti-homosexuality bill targeted LGBTQ plus citizens with punishments as severe as death.
Did what?
Went into effect in May.
Because they do not agree with American Sodom agenda, they said we cutting you off. You get no more free trade with America. That is the mark of the beast. That is how the system works. Understand that. Ain't nobody worrying about the philosophies of Rome. Ain't nobody worrying about dealing with Great Britain. Ain't nobody worrying about Afghanistan. America is Babylon the Great. Thus saith the Lord.
This is America.
Go ahead.
Hey, Cap, that's heavy. Like 10 years ago, the Uganda president, they've been trying to push that on them for like 10 years.
Yep.
The Ugandan president for the last 10 years been trying to unite the African nations and basically said, no, we need to embrace our culture.
Right.
And he's been getting a lot of slack from the American the political people.
Yep.
So that's crazy. Like now, because I remember we brought out a couple of articles about the brother and how they keep sending year after year diplomats over to Africa, sitting down with this brother, and he keep rejecting it and saying, look, we don't even want to talk about homosexuality over it. That's an American thing.
There you go.
You leave that over there in the West.
Yep.
So now that's what happened. 10 years later, after trying, they cut these nations off. And all those nations that they cut off, those are the ones who stick to their core values, and they don't want nothing to do with them.
There you go. Go to Revelation chapter 6 real quick. Revelation chapter 6 and go to verse 2.
Revelation chapter 6 and verse 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Conquering and to conquer. Read.
And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red.
That red horse is Esau. The red horse is Esau. Like y'all saw, it was one red man and everybody else was black. Those are the African nations, the dark nations, as we're going to read about. Read.
And power was given to him that sat thereon.
Read.
To take peace from the earth. And that they should kill one another.
Read.
And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
A black horse. Those are the dark nations. Those are the dark nations. African nations. Read.
And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
And he that sat on him had what?
A pair of balances in his hand.
What is those pair of balances? They control their monetary systems through the IMF and political systems. If you don't get down with America, they going to shut off all trading with you. They going to make your money equal nothing. That's showing you America is Babylon. Don't be fooled. Go ahead. You guys
Yeah. I was just looking into it. Like, so his name, President Yoweri Museveni, right? This bill says, it's a CNN article. It says this bill includes the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality, which includes sex with minors, having sex while having HIV positive, and incest. So basically, he basically signed a bill in Uganda basically saying all of these homosexual acts, if you commit one of these, you can get the death penalty, you going to jail, all of these different things. So that's why America's like, hell no, cut that nigga off.
Yep, that's simple. And that's showing you Job 9:24 that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Hey, scroll down to that picture right below. I want to show y'all how American influence is over there. Keep scrolling down, right there, bam. Look at that. Y'all see that? You got a brother out there with the flag, and it's some type of freedom party.
Yep.
He's not out there on his own. America is backing him. I 100% know that America's backing him to push that system over there in Uganda. And there's something that America wants behind it. Y'all, we ran out of time. We couldn't even get to what we wanted to get to. All praise to the Most High. We thank y'all for the callers. We had to cut y'all off today. I apologize. Y'all was calling in so much because this show was blazing. All praises to the Most High God. Hey, big time shout out to the IT. Shout out to Officer Abel. Shout out to Officer Anathias. Shout out to Soldier David. Who else back there?
Yuri.
Shout out to Officer Yuri. Officer Duell. All praise to the Most High. Shout out to Officer Abner. Shout out to Officer Lahan. Officer Daniel. Soldier Eleazar. Officer Haziel, Captain Kimuel, shout out to the security, shout out to the sisters. Most importantly, y'all, shout out to the Most High in Christ. Shout out to the leadership for teaching us that we have this understanding that we have.
That's right.
And last but not least, shout out to our viewers, y'all.
That's right.
We got over 1,000 people online right now. All praise to the Most High. Listen, this is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to go to IUIC TV and subscribe. If you ain't seen the Passover documentary, if you ain't seen the 20 Years Strong documentary, y'all need to go check it out right now. We got a lot of other crazy content on there. Go check it out.
Banging.
We appreciate y'all. We love you. Keep us in your prayers. With that, we say shalom.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.